I am going to teach in America. Saying it out loud, just it's so surreal. I don't think it's really settled in yet. At the time of recording, it is about 12 hours before I fly to New York. And it has been such a whirlwind ride to get to this point. But in today's video, I want to share with you some of the considerations I made in taking a teaching position in America, and of course, the process around it, and a bit more about what I'm going to do when I'm there. So stay tuned to find out more. Stay super. Yeah, there you have it. I've made a decision to go and teach in America, and it's been quite a journey. And I'm very excited to share with you just some of the considerations behind it, because I mean, in my blood, I'm a South African. I've grown up in Johannesburg, and I've spent my entire life here. I've had a few journeys in traveling abroad, but I've never had this burning sensation of, I want to get out of the country. I need to, South Africa sucks. And that's by all means, that's not what this move for me is. And I've seen a lot of negative rhetoric around the country, and especially some of the closer people in my circle knowing that I'm going. Everybody's just saying, yeah, no, you have to get out. A lot about South Africa is bad. If we look at load shedding, about the infrastructure, the crime, all of these things are considerations. Like, you need to go and build a future somewhere else, because there isn't a future in South Africa, especially. And let's be honest about this, when they say, you're white. And when people do that weird thing, yeah, and the weird thing that people do when they speak about race, right? The thing about, if you do that, there's no future for such a person in this country. And I'm not part of that crowd. This is not the reason. I am not fleeing. I'm not running away from what the amazing things and people, especially the people in South Africa, are. What has happened to me in the last few years, for those of you following my personal journey, it's been quite a roller coaster following my divorce. And then subsequently starting a company 6 months before COVID hit, quitting my job and saying that, what, I want to make a difference in the lives of teachers. I want to be working with in-service teachers, doing coaching, doing support, and seeing how we can better the education system in South Africa. That was the main focus of starting my company. And here I am 5 years later, making a move to America for a few reasons. And I'd say the first reason is from a business standpoint. In moving into a larger market, being in the middle of the English-speaking Western world, it does open up many other opportunities for me to go and learn what international education is like, what it is to be in the classroom. And I'm extremely excited to be going back into the classroom. I'll be teaching science for grade 6 to grade 8. So that's middle school. I'm very, very excited to teach general science again. The consideration for me is personal growth. It's discovering what the education system is like in America. And I know, of course, America is huge, and I'll be teaching in Delaware, which is a very small state, and I'll be teaching in a very small town, but at least it gives me access to the rest of the American public school education. And then, of course, by extension, the network that I have, I'll be finding out what it is like teaching in America at the different phases and the different levels. So from a personal point of view, it's really going to assist me in growing my knowledge base, in growing my network. And then, of course, looking for the opportunities. If you're following this channel, you know that I do public speaking and I speak to teachers. And the most popular topic that I speak about is how to teach like a superhero. What are the great things that great teachers do that inspire greatness? And I feel that by going overseas and working in another country and experiencing what the classrooms are like, I'd be able to add a lot more value, especially in the talks, but also in the coaching that I do for teachers and for school leaders. So I'm very excited for this. but the consideration is from a business point of view. And it really, from a professional standpoint, I do believe that the following 3 years is going to be very exciting. I don't know what the plan is after that. I'm going to go on this amazing adventure and figure out what the plan is for my future. I'm going to share all of this information and the journey on the different social media platforms. So if you'd like to find out what it is like to teach in America, be sure that you subscribe to this channel. Make sure that you follow me on Instagram and on TikTok. But all of the links will be on my website at www.staysuper.co.za. I am grateful for the experiences that I have had in South Africa, my friends, my family. Of course, working and owning a CrossFit gym is one of the things that I never expected was going to happen. But for my community at Ivory Functional Fitness, it's been amazing. But I'm still continuing on as a part owner of that company as well. So I'll still be involved with the fitness community in South Africa, while also joining a gym when I am in America and continuing on the fitness journey, because I still believe that maintaining your health, maintaining your fitness is cardinal to being a great teacher. So all of those things I'll be sharing on social media. But what does this mean for my clients and for the other teachers remaining in South Africa? Is that there is now an opportunity to learn a few things. I'll be sharing on this YouTube channel and on other social media platforms my learnings and how I think it could be relevant or maybe not relevant for the South African context. So please do continue following and subscribing so that we can have a discourse around what are the differences and what are the learnings that we can take into our various classrooms and into the various contexts. But there's a very good opportunity that exists. And we need to understand that the majority of North America is facing teacher shortages. And what that creates is this arbitrage of talent from the rest of the world moving into North America. And I think that's one of the things I'm very, very excited about to go and explore, to see what are the opportunities for other great super teachers to improve their lives or move into a professional space that they wouldn't necessarily get in a country like this, like South Africa, or maybe other countries, or maybe you just want the opportunity to explore and see what the world is like and go and bring your great superpower into another country. So, of course, I've got another company called goteach.co.za, which is focused on the more career-like aspects of being a teacher. And we've got services like sorting out your CV and interview preparation and finding jobs for teachers. That's what Go Teach is about. So me going abroad and teaching in a whole new context, because remember that this process already started last year in September for me. So in September 2022 is when all of these decisions needed to be made and things fell in place for me to get the position where I'll be teaching in the state of Delaware. I believe that in the process, I could probably have cut down on 2 months at least of the process. So me going through the process of teaching in America and getting the license and getting your visas done and that entire immigration or non-immigrant worker visa kind of things, I think there's a lot of lessons that I've learned that I'd be able to share in one-on-one coaching with anybody that would like to come and teach, specifically in America. But I think there are lessons to be learned from the entire decision-making process. So I'm very excited. So for you who are looking to explore these things, or have this as an opportunity or a possibility, head on over to goteach.co.za, make use of our career services, and I'll be assisting you through that platform with anything related to any career moves that you'd like to make. So yeah, I think that in a nutshell sums it up. I would love for you to comment your thoughts, whether I'm just another, South African leaving and just ditching everything and getting out of this hellhole. I mean, if that's your opinion, that's fine. Or whether you think this is a good move or not. It would be interesting to see what the comments are. Of course, there is everybody that I tell that I am going to teach in America, everybody's like, as you're going away, President, shall we get you a bulletproof vest? Because you'll be teaching in a public school in America, and we know what the challenges are there. I'd love to know in the comments what your thoughts are on the decision that I've made. But I mean, this is happening and I'm excited for it. So this channel will continue. I will still be doing interviews with prominent people in education or adjacent to education. But I do also think that for this channel, I'll be doing a lot more of these one-on-one kind of videos in sharing my experience. But that's it for today. If you haven't liked yet, if you haven't subscribed yet, do that now. And then I'll see you, well, hopefully soon. Stay super.